As teams come to the ice downstairs, let's check in downstairs with Jeff Rimmer.
Thanks, Mike. This game easily, game number 3 in the Patrick Division semifinal series, the best game the Washington Capitals have played in the series to date. They just left the dressing room just a few feet away from us here in our DC-20 studios, and they left a very confident group. They were encouraging one another, and they're headed to overtime, knowing full well that they need that big goal here now to take a 2-1 series lead and regain home ice advantage. Third period, or overtime period now, set to begin. Let's head back to ice level and join Mike Fornes and Al Koken.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. Not much change when you look at in terms of the penalties. Just one aside in that third period. The Capitals still with 2 more minutes overall. And the big change, though, is in the production. 2 for 5 on their power play, 1 for 6 for the Philadelphia Flyers. Of course, the Capitals continuing to outshoot Philadelphia 14-7 in that third period. They've controlled the game. They've really had the better chances. The only thing that's got to be a very disquieting factor for the Capitals, and the most encouraging factor the Flyers could come up with, Mike, I think, is the fact that Philadelphia has scored the first goal in every period. And we're in a situation now where the first goal sends everybody home.
In sudden death overtime during the regular season, the Capitals had 2 wins, 4 losses, and 10 ties. Philadelphia had 1 win, 5 losses, and 8 ties.
Notice a little something different now, too, Mike. Paul Holmgren obviously going win and not thinking about toughness and intimidation. He's got Sutter Tocchet, but instead of the left wing being Berube, it's Brian Propp. While Brian Murray counters with his usual starting 3, Ridley, Pavanka, and Kelly Miller.
Here's Tocchet from the opening faceoff, checked by Kelly Miller. The puck cleared back inside the Washington zone. Now Scott Stevens leads it to Ridley. And ahead comes Michael Pavanka. A breakaway. He's all alone. Pavanka, a shot, and it's saved by Hextall. Propp clears it off the boards, and it comes all the way back inside the Washington end. Hextall has shut the door all night on the Capitals in breakaway situations, and there Pavanka was denied. Now here comes Ridley to the blue line. Gets inside the Flyer zone. Mike Ridley turns it around. He shoots, and Hextall makes the save. Kelly Miller in front, of backhand shot, and a goal! The Capitals win Game 3 to take a 2-1 lead. Only 51 seconds into the overtime session. And Washington wins by a score of 4-3 on a backhand shot by Kelly Miller. What a play, coming right on the heels of Pavanka being stopped on a breakaway.
The key here, Mike, is Kelly Miller doesn't rush the shot. Ridley keeps it in. Now watch what Miller does. Instead of trying that quick wraparound, look how he holds it, moves out, gets Tocchet to commit. Now he's got a little room, and look at the lucky bounce, too. You see this on the replay that you don't see in regular action, how it goes off a Flyer stick and up even higher. The pressure kept up by the Capitals, and watch what happens now. Shel Samuelsson is the guy with the stick. Watch where Miller's shot goes. This is going to go low, and instead it ends up high because it bounces off Shel Samuelsson's stick. What a huge break. Kelly Miller does the right thing, but he was going to put that shot low on Hextall, and where Hextall was, down with those pads spread, looked like that would have been the spot he could have stopped it. So a big break for the Capitals. Great hustle to make the break. But they get the break nonetheless, and Shel Samuelsson has it go off his stick, over his own goaltender, and Kelly Miller ends it. And now the momentum has swung decidedly back to the Washington Capitals. At the very worst, they come back to Washington with the home ice advantage once more.
Shots on goal in sudden death overtime. Washington with 3, a game total of 44. The Flyers had no overtime shots, and they have 24 shots for the game. So the Capitals with 20 more shots on goal than the Flyers had over the course of the game, and the Caps win it in sudden death overtime 4-3. Now here's Jeff Rimmer.
Thanks, Mike. Well, the Washington Capitals winning very early in sudden death overtime, and the hero Kelly Miller. Kelly, we're going to show you that goal. I want you to describe it for us here on DC-20. You catch your breath here first.
I'm ready.
Well, we're getting it queued up here right now. Maybe you can describe it for us before we get a look at it.
Well, actually, we were just banging around in there, and oh, here it is. Someone put it at the net, and I just came around behind the net and held on to it. Someone came and tried to block it, and then I just put it upstairs. And boy, it's just a good feeling, a great feeling. I thought Pivo was going to do it a couple seconds before there, and instead he waited for me to do it, I guess.
I was going to say, some great efforts there by Pavanka, breaking away from the Flyers' defense.
Oh, it was great. I thought he put a nice move on him, too. Hextall stayed right with him, and I was just glad to come back and get it.
This game tonight, the Washington Capitals having a difficult time with Ron Hextall, who I thought easily had his best game of the series. Would you agree?
By far, I thought he was excellent. He's been stopping me all the first 3 games, the first 2.5 games here, and I've had some breaks. I've been in all alone on him. He's made the save, and it was real nice to just get that one by him.
And what's it feel like now, regaining that home ice advantage?
Well, I don't know. We're just taking it a game at a time, and boy, this one feels real good right now. And I'm sure tomorrow morning we're going to have to gear up for another big game, but right now we're going to savor this for at least a couple minutes here.
Kelly, congratulations. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Kelly Miller, the overtime goal, wins it for the Washington Capitals. They take a 2-1 series lead. We're right back here on DC 20 tomorrow night with game number 4. Stay tuned for more of our post-game show right after this.